Check the lighting.
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, everybody, to Late Night Baltimore. The best show in Baltimore, the best podcast. And it is late night, and we are joined by Fez, the producer and analyst. Say hello, Fez.
Hello, Fez. Oh, hi, everyone.
Hello, everybody. I'm going to start. There's a guitar here somewhere.
Yes.
I'm going to start with a little music. Play the guitar here.
Okay.
Call live if you like. 410-921-9076. All calls taken. All comments go online. Go on. No filters. We are no filter podcast.
So you want to be heard, call in.
All right. First, I'm going to start with the musical number. Hold on, everybody. All right, everybody ready? Hold on now.
I didn't even know you played. But that might be out of tune.
Hold on now. Wait. Wait. Oh, I forgot. I don't know how to play.
Okay.
There you go. Thank you. That has helped. I forgot. Play guitar.
Take it to the musician.
All right. We're going to start the podcast that nobody watches, but everyone hears.
Podcast and no one watches. That's good.
Turn this. Should turn it. All right. This is bright here. Turn this up some. Okay, we're still adjusting stuff here. That's how we do on the fly.
Live.
You want live, you get cool live stuff. Okay. We're starting with football.
Behind the scenes.
Here's football.
Free behind the scenes.
Now, in football, what I first want to address is, let's see, I'm going to show you someone, his name, and I used to never, everybody hated him who wasn't a Patriots fan, but he still is the great coach. Let's see. I'm going to share. Let's see how you do this. Okay. All right. We are going to show you this man. A humorless man, yes. A strange man, yes.
But a Da Vinci in his craft.
Yes, in his craft, he's one of the great coaches of all time. Next to Shula and Lombardi.
But
and Reed, maybe.
Shula and.
But other than them guys.
But if you take
Belichick.
If you take a combination of anyone who's ever done both, general manager and coach, he is the number one.
Yes, general manager / coach.
There's
probably the best.
Even you could argue there'd be better coaches, like you're talking about Shula and Lombardi, of course, but
Andy Reid.
But you are not. You cannot. No one has done the job.
But for him not being a first ballot Hall of Famer,
and him not being a first ballot is an insult to the whole sport.
It's the Hall of. Animals are going great. Hey, right. So it's the Hall of Fame. It's not the Hall of good at parties, and he's not good at parties or he wasn't good outside of parties. But that doesn't mean he wasn't one of the greats.
He's the second 20th coach in the history of the NFL. He has eight Super Bowl rings.
Yeah.
Been to the Super Bowl 11 times.
And if you notice, Bill Parcells really didn't do anything after him, so maybe a lot more of the Giants winning Super Bowls was something to do with Bill Belichick rather than Bill Parcells.
Yeah, Bill Belichick was the defensive coordinator of one of the greatest defenses in the history.
For all those Giants defenses.
Lawrence Taylor, those defenses, one of the great defenses of all time. And
yeah, he has to go. He has to be a first ballot.
He has to be a first ballot, or you have no first ballot.
Or he's not allowed in, because if you think he's done egregious acts like Deflategate, Tategate, whatever. If you're finding him guilty, Spygate.
If you think that, then you'll never vote him in.
Yeah, you should not be allowed even on the ballot.
Yeah.
If you're gonna put his ass on the ballot, you got to put him in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Sorry. That's the way it is.
And he has to be a first, by not making him a first ballot Hall of Famer, you've degraded the whole process. Great.
Yeah, I know. That's ridiculous. Somebody's writing here. We're writing. We like the comments. Okay, that's on Belichick. Okay, let's talk about some of the coaching things that are going on. First of all, the
coaching
carousel. The Steelers made a ridiculous, very strange and weird thing.
But you had first though on the Ravens. Your comment on the Ravens was excellent about why what's happening now compared to how they were treated.
Yeah, John Harbaugh ended up being the prize of the coaches available. He got the sweetest position, the most coveted position for an NFL coach, especially one who coached on another team. And he was the most sought after coach, and he didn't get credit while he was here, except for this podcast. We always gave John Harbaugh a ton of credit. Now the other coaches, Mike Tomlin.
Yeah, but there's another thing that you brought up, that his offensive coordinator that got so much criticism is now the head coach of the Cleveland Browns.
Yeah, that's right. Todd Monken became the head coach of the Browns.
Who we thought was excellent.
And I thought in the last season, the Ravens didn't really have any bad coaching decisions on fourth down situations or time clock. No weird time management mistakes. I thought
the defense didn't play very well, but their offense put up a heck of a lot of points.
They had a lot of injuries. The offense put up a lot of points. They got some weird plays. Zay Flowers likes to drop the ball.
And they were without Lamar for
but
a lot of games.
Clearly, the NFL looks at John Harbaugh with a great deal of regard.
Yeah, the NFL generally. Every other team wanted him as a coach, except for the team he was on.
Yeah. Now, the Steelers made an odd move. First of all, Mike Tomlin, the fact that he's taking a year off, well,
it means he's not coming.
He ain't ever coming
back. Not very good.
Wasn't
Bill Cowher taking a year off?
Yeah. He's not. He doesn't want to coach anymore. How are you going to lure him off some beautiful beach?
Yeah, you're going to lure him off a cushy job where he's getting paid all this money. Just give his opinion.
As far as Tomlin, how is he going to be coerced out of retirement if he didn't want to keep coaching?
Yeah.
Because he could have gone anywhere, and he went nowhere, so he doesn't really want to be anywhere. So, or he didn't want to be humiliated by having Harbaugh chosen over him for the Giants. That's the only thing. But I don't know if the timing wasn't really.
Yeah, but Tomlin wanted to keep coaching. There's so many openings.
If Tomlin wanted to coach,
this is the time to go in, all in.
The people who want to take a year off are the people who don't really want to coach. So whoever hires him, he's going to be phoning it in.
It's like when these people die, they leave Congress and things and saying because they want to spend more time with the family. They're just fed up. They're not coming back.
Yeah. He was the coach of Steelers for 20 years. he had plenty of time spending with his family. Also, which leads us to another strange thing. The Steelers did hire. They hired Mike McCarthy, which is a horrible choice, only because I'm sure he's a lovely person. But he's not a guy that.
Does he really have the passion for the job?
No, he seems like he wants to be down in the den.
He seems like he wants to be down in like his man cave, watching football and drinking beer and having pizza and going fishing.
Going to his daughter's graduation.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like he is ready to start rebuilding a
Mike McCarthy,
legendary storied franchise.
Also,
it doesn't seem that
this would be his third team, right?
Yeah, and while the Cowboys had a couple good, his last couple years were down years, and he actually was fired. But I mean, Jerry Jones fired Jim Johnson, so but still, he just.
Yeah, he looks like a guy who.
He just doesn't seem like.
Wants to worry about his lawn, and he wants to go fishing, and he wants to hang out with his buddies, and play with his grandbabies. I don't.
Yeah, it does. He doesn't seem like a guy who wants to be there to rebuild a team, a legendary story franchise.
Yeah,
he doesn't seem to have the passion or the energy or the
power. And now, you think Mike McCarthy? You're going to win a Super Bowl in 5 years?
Yeah,
Mike McCarthy might
not be alive in 5 years.
I mean,
I hope it.
He's probably a great guy, but nobody else wanted him. There's a reason nobody else wanted him.
Yeah, because people want hungry young coaches who are going to build with the team and are going to build these winners. They
want guys with chips on their shoulder, like John Harbaugh.
They don't want. They want people who are bringing a passion to it, who symbolize the passion for it.
Yeah, not
matter of age, because John he's bringing.
Mike McCarthy is everybody's plan B.
He's bringing a youthful passion to the.
John Harbaugh has greater enthusiasm than anyone, according to his brother. And his brother doesn't like to give them praise, so it's probably accurate. No, we need John here. John loved the team. A lot of bad luck here. With
when I
Harbaugh.
thought about it and change just for change's sake, I kept thinking, why move on from John Harbaugh? But then again,
there was an overwhelming hatred by the press and the fans as well. Fans overdo it with their hatred of John.
It seems strange that they say that.
But now,
how can you not win a Super Bowl, Lamar? Even though Lamar hated by the press.
Yeah, that's Baltimore. We hate everybody that plays for us or coaches for us. Eventually. Hey, my God, we even had a time when we didn't like Cal. Yeah. Remember when Cal was overrated in defense, shortstop? The real star was Ozzie Smith.
Yeah.
Cal didn't have any range. They just put him at short because they didn't want to hurt his feelings. That's what they always say. Now, you look back, he's the greatest shortstop ever.
Yep.
Okay. So the Ravens got their guy, Minter, right?
Jesse Minter. This is the kind of guy. Though, if you're gonna replace a legend, you need a model of the coach now. Young, hungry. Is going to put a excellent staff together, and is going to build with. And is going to fit in, and has just that. Doesn't matter age. I don't care. If Bill Belichick still have a passion for the game, it doesn't matter. The age is more your state of mind. Are you someone who is committed completely to it, and not just doing it because you got a job offer?
No, so this guy is going to be really good. He's 42 years old. He is going to call the defensive plays for the Ravens. So somebody will be able to focus with Lamar on offense. And
He was the defensive coordinator of the Chargers.
he was defensive coordinator for the Chargers. And the Ravens definitely
greatly improved that team.
We have to have a great defense. That's part of our
defense
our legacy.
Defense was the problem.
We had a bad defense this year. Look, okay, so the Ravens get an A on their coaching choice. You know, I mean, with the exclusion of that they got rid of Harbaugh, but they got an A because they probably had to do that. So they get an A. The Steelers get a C minus. McCarthy won't get arrested. That's about what you can say. He won't be.
I don't question Mike McCarthy, what he knows about football. And I question his passion for wanting to go long run.
Yeah, no, it was just the idea of being on your third team. By you get to your third team.
Yeah, but it's just a notion that is he going to be around for the next 5 years?
Yeah, I mean, you think they get somebody that they're looking ahead
hungry,
to be up there for 20 years.
Yeah, another 20 years. Well, yeah, but Mike McCarthy isn't going to be there for 20 years.
Yeah. Okay. Now let's go to another team that really did. Okay, the Ravens did a big turnout change of identity with their new coach.
Yeah,
and the Steelers did a drop with their head coach. Tomlin did a drop because he really doesn't want to coach.
Well, I mean that's okay.
It's okay if you don't want to do it, but at least he's not doing it and doesn't want to do it. That's a lot better than the guys who come back and don't want to do it.
Yeah.
But come on, if you're taking the year off now.
Yeah, when there's how many openings there are.
You could have gone anywhere.
You could have gone
except for New York.
Except for the Giants. But
here's a team I would like to talk about.
Yeah, we like to talk about
the Buffalo Bills. This franchise totally tanked their reputation, their any gravitas they had, the respect they had for their they do have a outstanding quarterback, one of the great quarterbacks. Their supposed great fan base. They totally humiliated themselves and took a step way back to become. I don't think that New England will ever have to worry about the Bills again.
See, I don't believe if Joe Brady was your choice and you would have gone to him first, then I would have said that was okay. But you actually went and tried to get Phil Rivers to be your coach.
Yeah, they took a serious.
Supposed to take you seriously.
Two things. They took a serious consideration of Phil Rivers, who
your second
was never a head coach. Was never a head coach in the NFL.
Whoever you got to coach.
And it's even worse than that. Not only was this that idea so not serious, it was fan and press backlash and Josh Allen, I guess, inside backlash that made it not happen. So you're a team that's reacting and you're not even serious. So I think the Bills, they're going to have their new stadium.
And what's worse is that the Bills didn't move off from it. Phil Rivers, under the pressure, withdrew his consideration.
Yeah.
So that's who you want. And so whoever you bring in, no matter how good they are, and I think Joe Brady, can be an excellent coach of another team, but you're the second choice to Phil Rivers.
I mean, Phil Rivers,
that's not a good way to.
One day, maybe in the next 10, 15 years, he'll be a great head coach.
Coaching.
But you have to be a coach first.
Yeah, he hasn't done any coaching.
And also, he never got anywhere close to the Super Bowl, and that's your problem with your identity. You wanted to be a team that could get over to go to the Super Bowl. Tomlin would have been your man, but he obviously, if you probably didn't offer it to him. If you did, he was smart not to take it because they kept the general manager. I believe the seriousness of the Bills is gone, and I believe I have to actually feel sorry for Josh Allen, who put in a position one of the great careers, and he's 30 years old, and this is his time for this is his prime time.
Prime time for he should be winning championships like.
And they cut him off.
And they had the people don't realize how good they were on offense. That they had the #1 rusher in the NFL.
Yeah,
Cook, the most underrated player in the NFL.
They had a great running, and they had a great quarterback,
and they scored 30 points a game or more, and they don't get to the Super Bowl again. The defense isn't very good.
They don't have a good defense, and there were some questionable calls. They weren't very fortunate in the game against the Broncos. But instead of going out and getting a new general manager, they kept the general manager.
Kept the general manager who put that defense
and dumped
and you dumped your
head coach,
who was 98-50, right?
Who just had a string of very bad luck. So
yeah,
the Bills have stepped way back. Let's see who else. Cleveland probably does good with Moncton.
You're talking about the. I like to talk about the Dolphins.
Now we'll switch to the Dolphins
because when the Colts left.
Okay, the Dolphins.
Don Shula connection. And
Des is a big Dolphins fan, so he'll give us all he knows about the whole Dolphins situation. Did you want to take over?
Or
just go from there?
Yeah, I'll go from here. I'll say the Dolphins, I believe, made the right choice at first in general manager. They got the highly sought after general managers who's moved himself up in the ranks, isn't a flash in the pan. Was a big reason why he pushed for Jordan Love to be drafted, assistant GM. He is bringing that Green Bay toughness and philosophy to the Dolphins, which they need to become more physical and be able to play in the cold weather. And their coaching, at first I was, till I saw interviews and learned more about their relationship. I think they picked the perfect head coach because they're both in unison. They have a plan. They trust each other, and there's no disconnect there. They're like it's a totally united force going forward with an actual plan, which the Dolphins haven't had since Don Shula. So I think that was excellent, and they're going to. I think with the quarterback situation, Tua, there's no way in the world that they're going to. They're not people who tank. They're not going to tank. They're not going to give. The salary cap is projected to be anywhere from like 301 million to 305 million, 306 million. So even if it's like 303 million, they're not going to take a cap hit of $99.2 million, which they have to take it. They took it all in 1 year for a player who's not even on the team.
Tua, you mean, right?
Yeah, Tua. So
Tua has the cap space because it has 98 million going. 99.2 million due.
It would be all dead cap space. That'd be a third of your cap. You just have to completely start over, not even be in a position of being a new franchise because you're not getting players, veteran players and things. You have to have everyone on a rookie contract.
The idea is that they'll try to get Tua to another team.
Their options are, if they can't do this option, I believe Tua will stay on the team. If they cannot trade Tua for cap, what I'm saying is take Tua and a third round pick, the one you get from Philadelphia, trade to a team like Atlanta for them to take on a portion of Tua's contract, and Atlanta be a good place for Tua because you have a dome. His skill set is like that of like a Drew Brees, so that dome would work perfectly for him. He doesn't do well in worse weather, so you would have the weather thing, and they need a quarterback, and their quarterback situation questionable, but they have a pretty good defense, and they have one of the best running backs in the league.
Your other problem on their with the cap for them is Tyreek Hill.
They have to move on from Tyreek Hill. They have no choice, even if they wanted to, unless he would. They're going to have to restructure contracts, and they need to make extensions for Aaron Brewer, the center, who was second team All Pro name. You have to keep Jalen Waddle. You have no wide receiver. If you don't have Jalen Waddle, you have no number one receiver, no number two receiver, no number three receiver. Malik Washington is you only have a slot receiver because Malik Washington is his thing. He's a special. He's a return specialist. He's great in returns, but as a receiver, you can't go and be the number one receiver. So you can't trade Waddle because then you have to completely rebuild rooms. I mean, whole sections of your team that you can't do because of the cap situation anyway. Because if Tua stays on the team and plays, and you're looking for a transition quarterback anyway, he stays. There's the gamble is you pay him $56.4 million or something like that. Otherwise, he doesn't stay, and you pay him $99.2 million, and you don't have his services at all. So that says the trade. I think Tua will be on the team next year. So, but I think staff is remember that Sully, that's what he goes by, for general manager for Miami, has been there when they drafted Aaron Rodgers 24th, and they got Jordan Love 26th picked. So this is a guy who knows quarterback talent, and they're geared towards getting a rookie, and the transition can be Tua because by necessity, and I think Tua will.
What do you know about the coach, the new coach? What do you know about? How about the fact that they finally have, instead of like Flores and McDaniel, Greer's, Flores, Greer's, McDaniel. They finally have a coach and a general manager who have a relationship. That's a big improvement.
Yeah, not only what is so they both are on the same page. Both have they have same plan. They work closely. They're very, very close friends, and they've worked together for years. They have a great working relationship, and they're going to act in unison. And they're not. In the NFL today because you've got to build a team that is coachable too, and they have a philosophy, and it's the Green Bay philosophy that's worked pretty well for Green Bay. of that you build a team. You're going to build a team the right way, not make flashy signings, not go out and get a Tyreek Hill, but then and a Jalen Waddle, but then not have an offensive line. So the they're going to have they're going to build a toughness into the and make Miami physical, like they were when in their Super Bowl years, their most bring that toughness of like goes up. So yeah, that's for now. We'll have updated things about what the coaches, new coaches, be things like that, and with the Raven, of course, we love the Raven. Okay.
Oh wait. All right. Something's weird about the
Sounds kind of tinny.
tinny got tinny, but we're still going because we had another topic.
Okay. Now there's one topic I want to bring up.
Oh wait.
Switching so that because it's fresh in my mind.
All right, you take over, buddy. You want to take over? There's no background.
Okay. We'll be.
Wait. Call them.
We're gonna call. Let's take this call.
Hello.
One.
Hello.
Hey guys.
Hey, how you doing?
Yeah.
Welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show.
I didn't get started. I
You're having-
knew you were going to change the comments, but I have a very important question to ask.
Okay.
Okay, so all this talk about the Dolphins case, the Dolphins giving you, a new general manager, new coach, new relationship. But here's the thing. What I want to know is, in the what's the 5-year plan? They're thinking the AFC East. They've got the Patriots who come back, they go to the Super Bowl, then you got the Bills. And I kind of think the earlier discussion about Josh Allen, so I don't know if you can use them. Maybe you can remind me. But how is I mean, thank God, yes, they'll beat the Jets. But how long is it take before the Dolphins can really be competitive and rise to the top and rise to the top of the East so they can win the division title and move on?
Yeah, the important thing is that they have and finally. It's going to take a while because of the disaster that was previous management. So they have to fix it the way the Democrats always have to fix what the Republicans destroyed. So
Well,
they have
a while.
a 5-year plan. They don't expect it to be build the team the right way. But there's
Can you lay out? Can you kind of lay out a roadmap? I mean, like here
a roadmap. A roadmap would be next year you still be competitive if you can relieve yourself of some of that cap money from Tua, which might be keeping Tua as a transition quarterback. You can't find a quarterback in the draft that you really like. And the next class, quarterback class, is going to be a top class. There's going to be Arch Manning, Dante Moore, and several other top quarterbacks. So they don't find one in this one class. They get next year, but I think their plan is trade too will be bring in Malik Phillips, who has the potential and is very young. So it's almost like being a rookie. So and he has the ability. He had the two. He had 2 games last year where he played against the Bears and the Ravens, and he had 142 quarterback. So he's shown some potential. So and he has a very close relationship with the coach. So the plan is to build through the draft and through smart free agents and not making splash signings. Build a foundation in the trenches to begin with, and then build up from there. But I still expect them to be competitive, but not be a playoff team next year. But by the next year, I think they get the right quarterback. They can be back in the thick of things. Or be it for the first time since they haven't won a playoff game in 25 years.
Also, the backup quarterback, I mean, the guy from the Packers, he's a possibility.
Also, Anthony Richardson is an interesting prospect because he wouldn't cost much money to bring in, but I didn't know that he's physical. He's 6'4", 245, and he runs a 4.40. And he has a rocket arm. He has a rocket arm. He needs to refine knee.
So that's the NFL. Did you see these players playing? What you described? You see them playing for the Walkers in 6 years?
Well, you can't really predict anybody.
Can't really predict them, but you have a core team that you need to keep there. So that's why you have to be very careful about the cap situation. You can't, if you take a cap, I can say the cap, the new cap is like $301 to $306 million. You can't pay $99.2 million to a player who's not going to stay.
I agree, but I'm just thinking about the long-term aspect because you have a regional Patriots with a young quarterback. I don't know how old Rick May is. He's like really young. And then you have Josh Allen who's 30. The 30's not old quarterback anymore. He can be playing for, still good for, 35, 30.
Yeah, but Bill's raising out
You're
questions.
going to get it by a wild card, but to dominate the league.
Yeah, but
you gotta have young guys who can commit to the long haul.
Yeah, that's what you have. And you have guys who they have a plan. And they're on the same page in that plan. And they're going to build a team like the way the Packers built their team.
As far as the Bills, they've kind of really taken a big steps back with this some kind of humiliating off-season actions.
Yeah, because if Joe Brady will be a great coach, but he'll always be the second choice to Philip Rivers. So that doesn't. Yeah.
But now going back to the offense, so what you said is basically fundamental, I think. But you said the offense. Is there a secret sauce they have? What's the secret the Phillies and the Patriots.
Devin Adrian is one of the best backs. Might be one of the best backs end up in history.
So are they like, yeah, but how long was he last? And are they going to, like, how many tickets does he have? And,
He's 24.
well, for a running back, how many years does he have?
If they treat him right and they don't overload him, he has at least I'd say at least 4 great seasons in him.
Okay, here's my last question. Because they're rebuilding, do you think that would be wise to keep the over too much in the first couple of seasons? That would down, so before these guys come up to speed.
Yeah, but the teams turn around back down. What would happen to the Patriots last year? 4-13.
Do you think that this team, the head coach, manager, think this group?
I think because the Mets organization, the New England's organization is so much better. It'll take longer. But I think a couple seasons they could do.
Well, it's a quarterback league. It all comes down to who they can get this quarterback, and you don't know how that's going to play out. How that plays out is how they'll play out.
I have faith now, though, in this team. They're going on a new.
Okay, so that's what I need to know about that. If you guys were gonna, if you guys were on to more football, wanted to ask some questions about the state of the union.
So we'll do the State of the Union right after this. In 1 second, I just want to show the NFL salary cap here. It looks like Miami is 28th with cap space. The Ravens are 16th. Tennessee has the most, and Vegas. All right.
And also, the fact of if Anthony Weaver gets a job, coaching job, Miami will get 2 third-round picks, and they'll have 5 third-round picks in the next draft.
Okay, now go ahead. Go ahead with your politicals.
Yeah, whatever you want to say.
Okay. So, the latest news, slide is kind of I would kind of headlines in the New York Times that I think the name of the rest. They think that because on the basis of a illegal alien to be a flight, they can make more arrest. So right now they're about to pay for it, but now they can more of arrest. What I want to know, so this is kind of fraud. State of Union.
The State of the Union.
Yes, go ahead.
That is a violation of the Fourth Amendment.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, what I want to know is there any, you think you guys think that there's any let up in ISIS Minnesota besides the thing of just.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. Minnesota will be blue for generations.
Oh, sorry. What? Okay, go ahead. What do you know? Give us an update of what you know about what exactly is happening in Minnesota now, right now.
I'm sorry, say that again?
Okay, give us an update on what is happening in Minnesota right now, today. A news update, as far as you know.
Oh, let's see. I'm going to, let's see the headlines. Just rip from the headlines. There's a very good, and Wall Street, in the New York Times, there's a very good interview with Mayor Jacob Fry. Federal judge denies request to temporarily block ice storage in Minnesota. Oh. Minnesota the end employment of 2,000 federal state federal violate, but a federal, according to the Times, federal judge denied request by the state government in the city of Minneapolis, St. Paul, Saturday, temporary block search of federal immigration agents that have led to shooting.
But what was the legal basis for which it supposedly pulled on?
And also, we have from the Washington Post, the headlines are, yes, the judge denies Minnesota's request to end the immigration surge. And
yeah, but what legal basis did they?
And this is good article, thousands of new ICE watchers hit the streets after the two killings.
But you know what the made up legal basis for denying this injunction?
Oh, here's something. Here's something very important. More than 34,000 Minnesotans signed up to be trained as U.S. immigration and customs enforcement observers, with various officers in recent weeks. This week, these observers have continued their work to fight political law on that state. After Congressman Dave Pino and Utah Senator Walt, the Pino's replacement, borders aren't open, and said Thursday that the administration was focused on targeted operations, and that the 3,000 agents, which is 7 times the size of the Minneapolis police force.
Right, we'll keep up on that. We'll keep up on that.
State and local leaders cooperating.
We're going to segue over to what's going on in Ukraine. Fez, things about the Ukraine.
But the what?
About Ukraine.
Let's see, UK News. It's,
you know, wait, Fez is
I know that you're a student. You're an avid student of history, and what I want to bring up is that Ukraine, Russia, had always used its weather to its advantage because always when it was in defensive positions, but now that in an offensive position, the general winter has completely turned against them and is favoring Ukraine because of the Russians being on the offensive. And
ironically, a foreign invasion from the west going into Ukraine, going into Russia, is a disaster.
Yeah, wasn't Napoleon with 685,000 men and came out with 40,000.
Yes, that was the debacle of the Grand Army, which continued and led to his downfall.
And the Swiss Empire was ended. The Nazis
The Nazi, but those are invasions coming from the west to defeat Russia.
Yeah. So the Russian flag is turned against them because they're all offensive.
Well, the Russians, yeah, offensive. Well, the Russians are coming from the east, and they already have their supply lines. But you know, waging an offensive war, a war against Ukraine, has not really worked out for the. It's not really worked out for the Russians. Number one, number two. It seems like after war for 4 years, and which was posted over a year or 3 months ago, according to Orange Crush. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
I just Russia still fight more of attrition, but
Yeah, but
we're in day 1037. There's an energy crisis going on in I know that the Russians are targeting power plants and infrastructures. They are bombing and killing.
yeah, but
And
when NATO,
President Zelensky has told reporters on Friday that he has invited to Kiev for talk. If he did.
Putin is a desperate madman, but cares nothing about his troops. We're over a million. There's been well over a million and up to 30,000 casualties, Russian casualties, deaths. They're running out of equipment. They're losing tanks, and other countries like China and Iran are backing off. They want to be part of the any the sanctions and things like that. I mean, it's like China. It's no longer in the best interest to support Putin. And Turkey has already said that there's no way that they would ever secure Crimea or in the hands of Russia. So Turkey has countered, has threatened Russia with military action because they've interfered with Turkish trade by targeting Turkish cargo ships, civilian.
I didn't also let your also I got to let your viewers know that right now the Russians are holding strikes from Kiev until tomorrow because of the weather, but that's just one bit of news. It doesn't. I don't think it affects the big story.
But
I think the biggest story here is the threat to disrupt the most important military alliance in the history of Western world, NATO.
Yeah, and NATO is taking Ukraine is receiving weapons from the U.S. that even with El Presidente is supporting Putin, that they're getting U.S. weapons to Ukraine through NATO. Other NATO countries are stepping up.
Right. So, guys, I'm gonna have to conference, but I'm talking more about football and the activity style.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
All the kid outside.
Thank you. All right, I have on the board here, the Trump's final term ends in 1,084 days, 8 hours, 42 minutes, 24 seconds.
And I would make an old statement. Remember, you can't become MAGA and be a Christian. Christian, you cannot hate. Jesus was everything about Jesus was love, compassion, empathy. So if you need to rethink, you are not a Christian if you hate other people. So you can hate actions, but you can't hate people. So that's says the message to everyone.
Well, that's the message. Okay, now I'm going to go. We're going to go try to sell our own stuff. I'm going to show some of our own shorts first. Okay, here's one.
Old propane God, I love you forever.
What am I, chopped liver? You get all the attention. I might as well be chopped liver. See? Chopped liver!
And I'm so willing to care for you. So go and
Old propane God, I love you forever.
what's new, pussycat?
What am I, chopped liver? You get all the attention. I might as well be chopped liver. See? Chopped liver!
So thrilling.
Hello. 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 How are you? What? Oh, it's you. I didn't expect you right here. Quiet! Get out of here.
Name 40-yard line. The Ravens.
In the criminal justice system, the people are represented by two separate yet equally important groups: the police who investigate crime and the district attorneys who prosecute the offenders. These are their stories.
Two witnesses came in, talked to them. Oh, great. A couple of witches for witnesses. Welcome to New York.
In the criminal justice...
Welcome. Do you have any powers besides jokes?
We made a bet.
Someone give me a hand with this dress.
No problem, I will.
Zipper goes up, Joey. Can you help me with this dress?
Sure.
Zipper goes up.
All right, everybody. Something happened down mid-show, but we're going to take it 1 hour of broadcast. For some reason, we got an echo when it wasn't happening before. Not sure. It sounded okay at the beginning. We keep running into the technicals. Maybe, hopefully, the lighting for this episode was good. I need a shave, a new face. Wouldn't hurt. All right, everyone. We want to say thank you to Fez. Thank you, Fez. You fine with me? Says what? He says thank you.
Please subscribe.
Please like and subscribe, says Fans and me.
And remember, you always go, and we take all calls.
Yeah, we take all comments and all comments. And remember, we're gonna see F MAGA, and y'all have a wonderful rest of your Saturday night. It's cold out there. It's not as cold as it has been. We all survived the snow. Okay, we'll try to do better, and we'll try to work on our technicals. And something happened to the green screen. I don't no idea. All right, then we'll figure that all out. Call, comment, do anything you want. We respond, and we welcome. We welcome any debate. If you're MAGA, call here, talk points. If you want to talk real political points, we'll listen. No cut-offs, no making fun of you, no joke. We'll take anybody who wants to call here and have an actual conversation. All right, everybody. Good night. We'll try to figure out all these technicals and have more podcasts. All right, everybody. Good night, everybody. I'm going to play the outro.
Big Rooster.